Tuberculosis is like silent storms brewing in the body, leading to heart attacks and strokes, the stealthy culprits behind millions of deaths worldwide. Imagine your body's blood vessels as busy highways. When they're clear, traffic, blood flow, moves smoothly. But add in some blockages, plaques, or narrow lanes, artery narrowing, and you've got a recipe for traffic jams, preventing the heart from getting the oxygen-rich blood it craves. This can happen due to a mix of factors: a love affair with unhealthy foods, a sedentary lifestyle resembling couch potato status, the smoky haze of tobacco, and the silent rise of blood pressure. Suddenly, the body sends out distress signals: chest pain that feels like an elephant sitting on your chest, breathlessness as if the air itself is in short supply, or sudden weakness that turns legs into jelly. These are the body's flare guns, warning that all is not well in the cardiovascular realm. The fight against CVDs is akin to turning the tide in an epic battle, involving a trifecta of lifestyle makeovers: embracing heart-healthy foods as if they're your new best friends, adopting exercise as a cherished daily ritual, and giving tobacco the cold shoulder. With these weapons in your arsenal, you can keep the stealthy enemy at bay, ensuring your heart beats strong and steady for years to come. Malaria, a tale as old as time, unfolds in the shadowy realms of the Anopheles mosquito, the unwitting courier of the Plasmodium parasite. This microscopic marauder, upon being ferried into the human bloodstream through a single bite, embarks on a perilous journey to conquer the liver before unleashing its progeny into the blood, laying siege to red blood cells. The human body, sensing the invasion, raises the alarm with bouts of fever that rise and fall like the tides, chills that make the Sahara feel like the Arctic, and a fatigue so profound it feels like battling an invisible force draining life's essence drop by drop. Malaria's stronghold is in sub-Saharan Africa, where it claims the throne as one of the deadliest foes, particularly menacing to the most vulnerable: children and pregnant women. Ebola virus disease, a name that echoes like a foreboding whisper through the corridors of history, emerges from the dense tapestries of African forests, a lethal specter born of the Ebola virus. This adversary is no mere malady but a tempest of terror, manifesting swiftly with a fever that escalates into a hemorrhagic fever, painting a picture of despair as it ravages the body, leading to bleeding both within and without. The virus is a master of stealth, lurking within bats or primates before making the leap to humans, a jump fueled by the fragile threads connecting humans with nature. Once inside its human host, the virus embarks on a destructive path, dismantling the body's defenses and turning its own systems against it. Plague, the harbinger of the medieval apocalypse known as the Black Death, whispers tales of devastation from the annals of history, a shadow that still lingers in the world's more secluded corners. This ancient foe, born of the bacterium Yersinia pestis, rides into the human realm aboard the unassuming flea, itself a passenger on rodents that roam the hidden enclaves of our planet. Once unleashed upon humanity, the plague manifests in forms as sinister as they are varied. Bubonic, with its swollen, painful lymph nodes, a telltale sign of the flea's kiss. Pneumonic, where the breath becomes a miasma of death, spreading the disease through the air. And septicemic, a silent invader of the bloodstream, turning limbs to shades of death even as it claims the body from within. Despite its ancient pedigree, the plague is not a relic but a reminder of nature's indomitable will, surfacing with alarming ferocity in places where the boundary between human and animal domains blurs. Yet, humanity's resilience shines through in our arsenal of antibiotics and surveillance, a testament to our enduring vigilance against the shadows of the past, ensuring that the dark days of the Black Death remain a chapter of history, not a harbinger of the future. Dengue fever, often dubbed breakbone fever for its excruciating pain, is a tale of invasion by an unseen enemy, delivered through the stealthy bite of the Aedes mosquito. This winged adversary thrives in the lush landscapes of tropical and subtropical climates, where the dance between human and mosquito unfolds with potentially deadly consequences. The virus enters the bloodstream as unassumingly as a thief in the night, at first masquerading as a mere flu-like nuisance with its fever, headache, and muscle pains, yet it harbors a far more sinister potential. For some, this initial skirmish escalates into severe dengue, a maelstrom of internal bleeding, organ impairment, and plasma leakage, transforming the body into a battlefield where life hangs by a thread. The specter of severe dengue casts a long shadow, particularly over communities where clean water and effective waste management are luxuries, not givens, creating breeding grounds for the mosquito vectors. Yellow fever, a formidable adversary cloaked in the guise of a mosquito-borne viral disease, strikes at the heart of tropical Africa and Latin America, where it lays its claim. This ancient scourge, known for the jaundiced eyes of its victims, a haunting testament to its power to ravage the liver, unfolds a tale of fever, pain, and the potential descent into severe hepatitis and hemorrhagic fever, painting a picture of despair against the vibrant backdrop of the tropics. The disease's harbinger, the Aedes aegypti mosquito, serves as the bridge between wild cycles in the jungle and the bustling life of urban centers, making no distinction between the untouched wilderness and the heart of human civilization. This vector thrives in the interplay between human disruption of nature and the lack of access to clean water and sanitation, which are prime breeding grounds for these winged carriers. Rabies, a name that evokes dread, unfurls its narrative through the stealthy and terrifying mechanism of transmission, the bite of a rabid animal. This ancient adversary, lurking in the saliva of infected hosts, from the wild wanderings of a nocturnal bat to the unsuspecting domesticated dog, bridges the gap between animal and human in a moment of contact that can alter the course of a life. Once the virus breaches the defenses, it embarks on a sinister journey along the nervous system's highways, targeting the brain with a precision that culminates in a deadly assault on the mind and body. The tale of rabies is one of urgency and desperation, for the virus is a ticking time bomb that can be diffused only by prompt post-exposure prophylaxis, a series of vaccines that stand as the lone sentinels between a bite and certain death. Symptoms, once they appear, herald a point of no return: fever, confusion, and the peculiar horror of hydrophobia, a fear of water that defies the body's desperate need for hydration. Cholera, a silent assassin, lurking in the shadows of our most basic needs: food and water. Picture this: a hidden beast, Vibrio cholerae, biding its time in the very sustenance that life depends upon. When it strikes, it's like a storm unleashed within, a maelstrom of acute diarrheal mayhem that can lay waste to the body within hours if left unchecked, especially in lands where clean water and sanitation are but distant mirages on the horizon. This stealthy marauder infiltrates our defenses with a cunning only nature could devise, turning a simple drink of water or a bite of food into a deadly trap. Its strategy is merciless, exploiting our vulnerabilities, thriving in the absence of cleanliness, and preying on the disadvantaged. The onset of cholera is sudden, a barrage of symptoms that feels like the body's own rebellion, a deluge of watery diarrhea, so severe it seems the body's very essence is being washed away.